So Nelson, is this what the problem was? All right, let's take a look at that issue that I discovered on this 90-degree adjustable stem. No stress on the cables. So what I'm finding is there's enough force in your arms that this is wiggling. Has a little bit of slack in it, and I'm not satisfied with that. It kind of feels weird. So I'll pull apart. I've got one idea of something to look at, and if that's not it, I'm hoping it is, but there's a kind of a metal insert inside of this, and I'll take a look at it. I put Loctite on this, so it may take a second. But that right there is basically is what is happening. That amount of wiggle is happening when it's in its tightest position, when you have your arms on it with the force. And see how this has got a spring-loaded deal. I'm hoping it's not going to be the fitment of this nut style, and that's what it appears it's going to be. This right here does not have sharp points on it, and I feel like that rolling inside of here is what the problem is. And that's exactly what the issue is. This nut that goes inside of this slot is not manufactured well enough. It's not a tight enough fit, and therefore it's allowing, you know, if I have these locked in, it's locked in, but inside you can see that's where the problem is. So it's a manufacturer's flaw. I don't know if it's going to be called a manufacturer defect or not, but it's a flaw in design. So there's the culprit. All right, since I've discovered what the issue is, I think I'm going to make one attempt to solve the issue without having to replace it. Therefore, I can continue to enjoy a ride until another one comes in. So this may be just a temporary patch, but I'm going to take Teflon tape and I'm going to wrap it around and around and around. If I don't drop it, I'm trying to show y'all, and make it thicker and thicker. And I'm going to install it and see if I can take that slack out of it. But you can clearly see that the points on this nut aren't machined with sharp enough edges, and therefore it's rocking back and forth. Okay, this one right in at 90. Okay, that tightened it up. Okay, and I'll do the other one. This may be all for naught, but it'll get me back temporarily. It's just too nice of weather not to be riding. And just like everything, let's make it as cheap as we can make it. We don't have to stand too much behind it. It's just sad the way things are made now. Hey, as a side note, does anybody have the phone number to that company that's selling extended warranties for cars that have under 200,000 miles on it? I may be wanting that for this one. That's sarcasm if y'all don't know what sarcasm is. It's trying to make somebody laugh by saying something that's really shouldn't be laughing at. I'm going to go ahead and put the Loctite in it. Feels like that may take care of it. I put that on there extremely tight. So you know how the old saying goes, enough's enough until you break it. So here we go. Okay. And y'all give me a few minutes and I'll put all this back together, and then I'll give you my opinion if I'll be ordering a different brand, maybe something that's more reliable in the long run than how I patch this up. Thanks. Since I had the bike up on the Thule and was working on the adjustable stem, I thought I'd go ahead and take the opportunity to remove this Zoom X-Tech cable pulled hydraulic caliper off the rear and go ahead and put the BB5 mechanical with the ball bearings that is doing such a great job on the front. And I'll test those for stopping distance as Bruce did before I attempt to put on the fully hydraulics, so that we can have another comparison for the group. But I'd take a little ride with my new brakes and the new handlebar setup. The Teflon seems to be holding up for now. Let's see what we get here on the brakes. I did bed them in. I basically lock them both up. I bet you these will stop probably better than any that are going to be tested. So I'm not going to bother doing any changes. I do see that I need to loosen up on the deal. I made an adjustment before I hopped on. I'm going to click it back too. There's old ducky. Yep, that cleared it up. Hey man. Woo, look out. Terror in the neighborhood. It's a great little neighborhood. Lots of entertaining on the weekends. A lot of cookouts. It's almost tough to come outside on a Friday or Saturday and smell the smells of the barbecues going. Smokers, lots of kids in this neighborhood. Just a great place to live. And also I have my daughter, son-in-law, and a couple grandkids across the street, which is really fun. It's just incredible how much more braking ability these brakes have. Watch the bags go by me. You know, you really do have a really good view considering how inexpensive this rear view camera is. The little headlights really incredible too. And what I like about it is you can also pull it off, stick it in your pocket, walk around, use it as a flashlight, and it's rechargeable. Oh no, it's a terrorist. I think I was getting a little eyeball grease on my bike right there. I might have to get used to these brakes. Just about threw myself forward right there with the rear brake because of having to squeeze so damn hard before. great getting old. You quickly understand things aren't right that should be. I mean, that's just right on what it needs to be. And the handlebars are not squeaking, they're not rolling or whatever, so I'm hoping that may have solved that issue. But only time will tell, just like everything else in life. That's where I work all day.